you haven't watched any of the other videos, go check them out. We tested out the new Jabberjaw. I keep wanting to say Jabberjaw. Slobber Knocker knockoff from AliExpress. That is hard to say 5 times fast. Uh, is it legit? I think it's legit. Is it as good as the, even though it caught a carp, check out the second video. Is it as good as the jackhammer? No. In my opinion, no. It's not as good as the jackhammer knockoffs coming from AliExpress or the Z-Man original. But it seems to be like a good bait. Carp like it. Second video, check it out if you haven't already. It's Carbon Light 2.0 medium light. Is it legit? 100%. We cast all the way down to the 1.5 mean bean and caught a big nice carp on it. You throwing the slobber knocker knockoff. Like, I didn't mean to put it through that crazy extreme of a test that quick, but we did it and it held it. And so yeah, Carbon Light 2.0 rods. I don't know how I missed the boat on those for a couple years that they've been out. However many years. The first batch, I thought I tried one, the Carbon Light, and they were just okay. I was always the guy using the cranking one. That, remember, they've gone through series, the green one and their cranking rod, cranking sticks, whatever they call them. I did always like those rods. I've kind of stayed away from the Carbon Light until this 2.0. Looking for a chatterbait rod. Game on. Awesome rods. I'm probably going to buy the whole lineup. Just haven't done it yet. Now, decided to try the Googan baits, right? Matt got them. Awesome bait. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to take the medium heavy and we're going to come out here. We're going to take this bait off. That is a bait that's been tearing them up. That's a true jackhammer, 3/8 ounce. We're taking it off, leaving it at home or in the truck. We're going to go down to the water. We're going to take each one of these one by one and open them up. And if you remember right, we're going to try them. We've already tested, or we didn't test. We already opened. No, don't call me. No. Whoever's calling, call me back. So I'm going to start with these we did open. We opened all of them but the black and blue. So we're going to start with the white one. It'll be easy to see too. We're going to get down here. Just so you guys, I'm doing live, no sleight of hand. Now, if you remember right, I tweaked on these. We did do a little, poking myself. So let's just grab this. Don't leave any litter. We're in Independence, everybody litters, but not us, right? I know I keep dogging Independence, but yeah, we've had some issues here lately. If you saw in the first couple videos, there's like stuff floating by out here. Somebody needs to clean this up. Got a Red Bull there. But anyway, let's get down on the water and test this bait out. Okay. Almost there, hang on. And that wind, I think the wind's picking up, that no sun. I got my hands wet from that carp. Well, not really the carp, but cleaning off. It's getting chilly out here now. Okay, so if you have been following along, here's what happened. I'll give you a quick rundown. Ordered 6 of these from Carl's. Now Carl's, once I realized I had an issue, they are stand-up company, sent me out 6 new ones. The first 6 though, the Googan Hummers, were like horribly out of shape. And I can tell you right now, this one is out of shape. But I'm just gonna throw it. We'll see what it does. And I want you guys, hopefully you can make that out. That bait is pulling hard left, see that? Not coming straight at me. See how it's to the left side? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just slowly tune them or get them close to what I think is right off the bat and try to show you guys. So if you can see that, see how it's like, it's just hard that way. So you shouldn't have to, but you almost need to, the first thing you need to do is get that needs to be straight. As straight as you can get it before you can do any adjustment. Okay, so that isn't far off. Let's just try it. So get it as straight as you can and just kind of try it. And once you get the hang of these, as I've had to now, because okay, still pulling left. Hard left. Get in here. Pile of junk. What? Okay, so I'm turning that. That shouldn't. So when it is, if it's coming at you and it's going that way, turn or turn, but twist the blade like that. Now you shouldn't have to, but that will at least make it a workable bait, or should. Let's try it. Uh-oh, nope, that did something. Okay, we went too far somewhere. Let me look at that. Hang on. That was too far. And you also want, let's try that. Okay, hopefully you guys see that bait coming at me. It's actually coming the other way now. So that is a workable bait. I don't know if you guys could pay attention to how I still has a left pull, but it's not as hard left. So you could use this bait. Let's tweak on it just a hair more. Actually, let's just switch baits. I'm gonna have to come out one day. I'm not even gonna mess with it because it's already to the season. But at some point in time, I'm gonna have to tweak on all these because I'm not messing with sending them all back. I'm not really, if you can't tell, I'm not really recommending any Googan baits. But let's pull out the. I mean, they're like a buy them at your own risk kind of deal, if you ask me. So I did already open the 3/8 and the 1/2 ounce in the bluegill color, which I like this color, but the day I was using it with when we were catching them on the black and blue, and this color just didn't work. So let's get both of them out, and we'll just throw them. I'm trying to remember. I can't. Hang on. I'm trying to remember if I just opened these in the unboxing and didn't tweak on them, or if I thought I did a little tweaking at the house, because they seem like they're just not. I don't think I tweaked on them, did I? Because that white one was way off. This dude here, let's try the 3/8 ounce. So I'm gonna hang the 1/2 ounce in my hoodie pocket. .3/8 ounce. Oh, we got a little calmness. Look at that. You guys see that? No, you don't. Now do you see that? Look at that crazy left. See, I threw it there. It should come straight back. See, that is insane. Watch up there. There's a little bubble or something over there. Watch that sucker. Like, not only does it pull left, it will twist the whole thing up. So they're just, every one of these is coming completely. And look how bent in that is. That is not, in my opinion, you don't want it to ride like that. You want these bent. And honestly, what I feel they done is if you bend that up too far, that little ball moves. So they've, I don't know, whoever is making these baits, I'm just gonna come out and say it, they're moronic. Whoever's in the factory right now, when these batches came out, they are a bunch of morons, right? How can you put it any other way that these are getting released like that? I wouldn't call the, you know, the Googans are Googans, right? They're not morons, but they're, okay, so that's better instantly. Still is not good, it's better. So let's just keep jumping through the baits. So 3/8 ounce, you sucked. Still needs some work, but you know, it wouldn't take a ton to fish it. Like, and I'll try to go through it and show you guys real quick. So when you get these baits out, and your first thing you look at, like, see that? I don't like that. I don't want this bait riding so high up. Like when this is buzzing, that bait is like way high up. The fish, I want it to get down there more like in their face kind of thing. So you, in my opinion anyway, I want them like that, but that's not really even what's making them run. What's making them run weird, if you guys can make that out, it has this hard turn already. Now, I'm wondering if they tried to do that, but every time I throw them without tweaking it first, it just makes it worse. So, I'm telling you, these baits are just jacked. I'm going to try to twist one how I think it should be before I even throw it. So you want straight. I just feel that bait should go fairly straight. Let's try it. Wow. Oh wow, listen to that sound. That thing has a squeak out of this world like first cast. Oh, that baby should get hit. Come on. Let me bend you guys up a little bit. See more of the water. Yeah, see that one? I don't know if you guys could tell how much bending I did to it right off the bat. Oh man. I'm telling you though, I like the way once you gotta kind of do some tweaking on it, but you can go pretty slow. Bubble trail, I mean, they work. After you got to know what you're doing. Oh no, get out of there. All right, now get in there. Man, I do like the way that one sounds. I do like the way that one sounds. Come on. Catch a fish, Googan. That one's working. That didn't take a lot of tweaking. Hopefully, guys, if you can always go back and rewatch what I did right out of the box. Just made sure everything was kind of in line, and I wanted that. Maybe it's that bait needs to get down in the water better and helps hold it a little different. I don't know, but that one works good. That 1/2 ounce bluegill color, I like the squeak. I like everything about it. See how that ball, once you get that up there, they should have put a bigger ball on that thing. But it's still, you don't have to have it. It does work like that. Now let's just start with these. Okay, I'm going to jump to this now, probably in this video, because the other two are identical to this. I guess I could open them all and see. So this one, if you look, this package has not been opened. So open up brand new Googan bait, pull it out of the package. Let's keep our trash. I am going to pick up all my trash. I probably ought to just pick up that rod, and I don't know. Somebody evidently abandoned it for some reason. It's a pile of junk, like a $10 or $20 Walmart one. So this one, actually this one looks almost straight. So right out of the package, I'm not going to mess with it. Let's try it. Nope, look at that. You guys see the difference? I thought it looked all right. Definitely running left. One more cast before I tweak on it, just to show you guys. Watch it when I cast it up there. It'll probably, yeah, look at it run right to the bank. Which, if you were trying to get under place, you can actually tweak baits back and forth when they're almost straight everywhere else, just by barely tweaking that back of that blade a little. But What? Why is it so far off? Let me look. What did I miss? I thought it looked all right. It does look all right. Doesn't it? What angle am I seeing this at? Other than this is bent way down. This part looks okay. Well, I'm gonna just try to bend that. See how crazy they got that bent? All I did was I changed that angle. Let's just try that. That actually helps them. On this batch anyway. Just by bending, if you guys made out what I did, this was crazy bent so far down. I just bent it up. And I'd say if anything, let me try to get one way out there. No. What's funny is then it seems like when you bend that up some, they don't cast quite as good as they do when it's bent down, but they just, I don't know. I don't know about these Googans. Still has a slight left to it, so I'm going to tweak on a little more. So it's kind of straight, has a slight, it's coming at me. So if it's coming at you and it's going this way, you take the back and tweak it just a hair. A lot of times it don't take much, and any buzzbait can jump out of whack on you after you catch a fish. So she's still pulling left, but not hard. You can fish like this. You can use it. It's got a slight left. But I can definitely not recommend the Googan buzzbaits. I can recommend that color. Black with a little blue, or if nothing else, just a black gold blade. Seems to be what was working this season anyway. Okay. Let me see. Try that. Hang on. No, that made it worse, if anything. That made it worse. I'm still trying to learn this true. Like, I don't know where they've got these things so jacked. Oh well, let's try to catch a fish with it. Okay, there we go. That is pretty good. And it's got a good sound too. So on this batch, and it's not going to be 100%, you may have one that actually somehow ended up the opposite way, but you want the hook shaft and this, that should be straight. You want that as straight as it can be. This should be straight with that, and this technically should be straight with that. But then if it goes off, if it's coming this way, go this way. If it's, going to the right, take the back to the right. Ours are all going that way, so it doesn't take a lot. So if yours is crazy bent, which this one I still think is bent out of whack, but I don't know, it seemed to work real good, that cast. That is how you tune these. Now that, no, that's pretty good. When you can almost feel a harder pull when it's coming more like straight with you. It's almost like there's a slight more resistance, which I think lets you go a little bit slower, and it just seems to make that click and get the blade gets a little better. Look at that bubble trail it does leave though. And holes in the blade are what help with that bubble trail, I'm pretty sure. Kind of takes some gunky water though. clean, clear water, usually don't leave a bubble trail. It's not got that soapiness kind of thing. I call it soapiness, but you know, just like soap, right? Take water, add just a little bit of soap, all of a sudden you got bubbles, right? So this water like this is pretty dirty, murky, you know, gunked up water, so it's going to leave pretty decent bubble trails. Come on, what are the odds there's a big old bass or carp? Got a little something on it. Come on, you Googans, get out there. Catch us a giant. All right, I'm gonna throw the other two and then call this video done. I'm gonna go through tuning them all or not, but real quick, the other ones, where are they at? Just so you guys that are curious will know, didn't take really, that black one didn't take that long at all to tune. This one's brand new one again. I'm just gonna look at it. Now, let's look at the differences, what I did to it. If I can get it. Okay, so look what I did. Instantly, you see how this is like way mushed down. Like if you were trying to buzz that, it's gonna try to ride that too high up. That is not, it should be something like that. When Matt's was on fire, he was tearing them up. It was bent like that. Ended up breaking right here on him eventually, but caught a ton. He caught a bunch of fish just in a couple weekends. So this one, I'm gonna try to hold these. Yeah, I would say they come with this going that way, which I would think would make them pull that way, but it's almost like it is the opposite. It makes them pull that way, and then that bent down, just totally, like I'll show you. I'm gonna try to show you. When you take one brand new out of the package, how are they getting done that way? I have no clue. It's almost like somebody's intentionally in there, like doing it stupidly. Look at that. You hear it? The sound, like, it's horrible. Because that bait is so heavy, the blade can't get up and ride like it's supposed to. Pulls left, does not do anything for the sound or anything. So I'm going to see if I can do it in one shot here. That is definitely bent that way, so I'm bending it to the back to the right. I don't think it matters. You could possibly also bend this up and not bend this part up as far. So like technically I think you could do this if you wanted to, but I kind of like to have that straight like this, straight like this, and then do all of your tweaking on up in here. So you want that a little past, it's kind of personal preference exactly how far, but you don't want it like not even level. You want it up some, and then you want to make sure it's as straight as you can get it. And then just because I know these are going to run that way, I already tweaked that just a little bit that way, and let's see what we get. Already way better. That's a fishable bait. It still needs tweaked some, but you could go out and catch some fish with that. Still got a little pull left, but I'm gonna mess with all these later. Once you get them kind of there, and you kind of like me, you've done them, you know what to do now. It would take me probably, I don't know, one or two more little bends, throws, and then I would probably be like that other one. It's gonna sound way better, feel good, look good, and then just go. So last one, same horrible thing. Look at that. Oh my God. I know I shouldn't, but I'm just gonna put it on and throw it. I'm just gonna put it on. Let's throw it down this way. Look at that. You guys see it running right into the bank? I got the rod way over here. It's hard left. My hands are freezing. That one, the shaft looks very straight to me. This thing is what looks totally out of whack. So all I did on this one is I bent that up. Let's try that. So yeah, some of them, this one, it's still got a little left, but all I really did was I just bent this up. I didn't even tweak on this yet. So tweak on it just a hair. Just give it just a touch. So once again, they all, I don't know, it's like it's impossible to get that slight left, and that just could be in the blade, because I think that is the way they do want to go slightly. The way the counterclockwise or counterclockwise of the blade make them kind of lean or pull a little one way. So that's not bad. Hear that sound? Way better sound. Fishable bait. No fish are biting. And I still gotta go to the gym, so, and my fingers are about frozen. I have been, you guys comment, they're still red, so I still got feeling in them. They're colder than crap, but I've been taking an aspirin a day. Somebody told me that. I think Emily commented a couple years ago, and a couple other people have told me. It's like a heart pill. I don't have a heart condition, but it's a little bitty, like half a quarter, I don't know, it's a little bitty old aspirin. They buy like a bottle of 500 for, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I know, nothing to do with fishing, but as far as me staying out when it gets very cold, it's when these things turn white and I can't even feel them. It's like they're dying. It's like, okay, no blood's getting in there. So kind of is fishing related for me, but I take one of those a day just to see what it's going to do this as we go into the winter. That thing's a little off. And then of course next spring, you know, there's just them days you want to be out there when it's a little cold in the mornings or whatever. So that, yeah, it's got a slight lean and a slight left. But it's pretty close. Oh boy, we're gonna lose one. We're gonna lose one of them baits. Man, I know somebody. If you guys watched all the videos where I've caught that thing, the old P-line original. Charles don't even get it. Matt don't even think about buying it. I'm just telling you guys. I know none of you guys probably even buy it. You got to go to Tackle Warehouse and get it. That line just works. I use it for leader. I don't like it. I don't like any line for main line, but it does have some, you know, boing if you put it as a main line. But it doesn't have a ton of memory. It's very tough line. P-line original. Ah, jeez. Come on, Hicklin. You're live streaming. Your fingers are frozen. Almost. I don't know what it dropped down to already this quick, but it was nice. The sun was out. I got off work. I'm like, I'm gonna go make some videos. And then the cloud, and I'm like, oh, cool. Maybe I'll actually catch some buzzbait fish. I think still needs something. Not sure what. I think it needs, that. It's one of those things that's hard to get to eyeball it and get that straight. But once you get that straight, and then you can tweak on this upper one, and you can get them dialed in. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, this bait, when the bite was on, this bait would have worked good. So I can almost hold the rod straight at it, and it comes close to straight. I was hoping to catch a fish. Twirly bird. What do you know? Carp don't like buzzbait. They like slobber knockers, jabberjaws, and Jackie hammers. All right, there you guys go. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. Did anybody talk yet in this one? What we got here? Hang on. I had to wait for you guys to come back. Yeah, I figured Jay's talking. Yeah, Jay said had proven the Googan Hummers don't cut the mustard. They definitely don't out of the box. I don't know what is up with them and their things. And you may, after 50 fish or so, they may break off at some point. But I just know that setup, once you tweak on them and get them running straight, they definitely do catch fish. We've caught a ton of fish on this exact color Googan bait. It's a shame, and hopefully they get that fixed, that they, you know, and if maybe they'll message me or something and say that they fixed it, or maybe you guys will know more. Well, this is why this one don't squeak as much. This thing is loose. That's another thing I did notice I forgot to even mention. These little things here need a bigger ball, so therefore they probably need to make the shaft a little longer right here. For what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to keep that from going up. That really doesn't matter. You don't even need that up there once you throw it and start reeling. But then this is supposed to be on there where it won't spin. And I noticed some of mine, it will rotate around a little bit. So it's not 100%. You got to watch those on some of yours. This one actually, I think when it goes down, it does stick. But you want that crimped pretty good. And you got to be careful what you crimp it with. It's kind of a harder metal than it needs to be. I think they did that so it lasts longer. And I crimped it down with like a cutting edge part. And it broke on one of mine. But overall, just for the fact out of the box how horrible they come bent around, I can't, like, it's a no for me. I bought so many and they sent me so many that I'm tweaking them. I will be using these. The buzzbaits you'll see me using in the future will be these. I won't be buying any more different brands because they do work. They take a little work, but they do work. All right, guys, hopefully you liked it. Get out, go bass bonsai, whatever you do. Don't buy Googan baits unless you like tweaking on them, but they will work. And the Carls, they definitely stood up and sent me more. It's not really their fault that what they're sending me are coming out of whack, right? All right, gotta go.